Nathan, what a win. How are you feeling after that?
Very proud, first and foremost, of the performance to come away here. This is one of the toughest places to come, if not the toughest place in the Championship. Some of the players they have, the way they play, ex-Premier League, Premier League last year, but the talent, the structure, everything they play with, they're a very, very good side. And for us to do what we did shows that, look, we're in a good place. I felt we started slowly. I felt we were really passive for the first 20-25 minutes and allowed them to come on to us, and we had to rectify that. But once we got to grips with it and we were a bit more aggressive in our play, then look, I felt we were well worth the win.
The ginger genius, as you've been referring to him, does it again. Just talk us through the goal that gave us the lead.
Just look for what I think we won it, we secured it, and then you've given him, and then he drove. We work religiously on counter-attacking, but how we defend. We know what we have to do, and it just epitomises the work that we do. But he still had quite a lot to do, because he still had to run, he chopped, and then the finish is wonderful. And I think you look at all the goals, I think they had elements of real quality about them. And to be honest with you, I thought we had 2 or 3 clear-cut chances first half. Macaulay Gillespie's chance is brilliant. The ginger genius had another opportunity, and then Tanto's clean in, and the keeper must to make a big save. And I felt we had the best chances of the game. They had a volume of attempts, and they had a volume of possession, but I thought the big chances were ours.
Macaulay Gillespie on the score sheet again, and he put a shift in defensively as well, didn't he, as they all did?
You have to. You don't come to Ipswich and win 3-0 if you haven't defended very, very well, barring a miracle. They would have had a player sent off or something. You don't come here and do that unless you defend fantastically well. We had to defend our box wonderfully well. We had to put our bodies on the line. A keeper, had to make a save. We said you're going to have to make one save tonight to win us the game, and he did. But I just felt we were wonderful. The energy we played with, and bear in mind, look, we've got to go away from home. We go away from home again. It's relentless, and we're demanding a lot from the players. So I'm so proud. I'm proud of the football club and everything tonight. Wonderful night for us.
First league goal of the season for Miles Leaburn as well. How pleased were you to see that?
Yeah, wonderful. I don't care who scores, but for Miles it's important. Strikers it's important, and I thought him and TC when they came on were wonderful. They had a real desire to go on, and they, we constantly left 2 for 2 up front, and that paid dividends tonight. So I thought tactically we were very, very good. But look, I'm so proud of my group tonight, really proud. Proud of the football club. Fans were absolutely outstanding. They travelled on a difficult night, the weather was bad. A Tuesday night, coming to Ipswich, not the easiest place, and I thought they were wonderful, and I'm just glad we could give them performance.
Up to 5th in the league. How much are you enjoying life back in the Championship?
I've always enjoyed my time in the Championship, well, apart from one club. But I always enjoy the challenge. It's a wonderful league. I came to Charlton because I believed we could be at least an excellent Championship side. We're only a year and a half into our evolution in terms of everything we've done, and we're, almost coming up to 2 years in a few months' time. But I just think we're in a really good place. I think, I love the competition. It's a wonderful league. It tests you. Tactically, it tests you. But, as a football club, we're in a good place.
And after an excellent win, lovely to celebrate with supporters as well at the end.
Well, you always do that. The rapport we have now and everything, it's, and show your appreciation. And sometimes, you go overboard a little bit, but it's just giving them a little bit and showing the appreciation and the togetherness that we have now at this football club. What we said was get on the journey early. The amount of the interviews we used to do about get on the journey early and so on, buy into what we do, and all those who've got in early, and when things were tough and the Bristol Rovers away and all those things, we're in a categorically different position. And all those who've jumped on board then, be proud of yourself, because we're in a good place as a club.
6 points already this week, and the whole city at the weekend. That'd be a test for them, won't it?
They're all a test. It's not ideal that you're going away. We'd love now to be able to back that up with a home game and not have to travel. But such are the geniuses at the EFL that you have to go, and it's our second double header away from home. Before the international break we had Blackburn at home, then we had to go Derby, and then had to go to Preston. This week now we've had the home game and then 2 away games again. It seems a little bit odd in terms of that. But look, at the minute we'll just enjoy tonight. We'll dust ourselves down. We'll do a little bit of training and then travel north again.
Congratulations, Nathan.
Cheers,
Well done.
thank you very much.